Medical experts and health professionals are calling on the various levels of government across the country, organizations and individuals to pay special attention to children with special needs to ensure their proper integration into the wider society. They spoke to Signature TV on the occasion of the World Autism Awareness Day 2025, which is observed on the 2nd of April every year. Health correspondent Lillian Wali has the report.
Autism, also referred to as autism spectrum disorder, constitutes a diverse group of conditions related to development of the brain. It is a neurodevelopmental disorder characterized by repetitive, restricted, and inflexible patterns of behavior, interests, and activities, as well as difficulties in social interaction and social communication. Since the United Nations General Assembly designated 2nd April as World Autism Awareness Day in 2007, the UN has worked to promote the full realization of human rights and fundamental freedoms for autistic individuals, ensuring their equal participation in society. A leading consultant and neuropediatrician, Dr. Adabisi Onyemechi, explains that autism is not a disease but a lifelong condition that varies in severity. She emphasizes on need for early discovery and management.
ASD means autism spectrum disorder. It's actually a spectrum of developmental disorders of which autism occurs somewhere along the line. It's a developmental disorder normally seen in children before 3 years of age. It can be diagnosed as early as 18 months of age, okay, and affects, there's a qualitative disorder in 3 main areas. One is communication, which includes both verbal communication and non-verbal communication. It also includes imaginative play. There's a disorder in imaginative play of affected children. And also there's a disorder of social reciprocity.
A pediatrician and cardiologist, Dr. Ijoma Arodiwe, highlights that ASD does not have a single causative factor, but rather a combination of genetic and environmental factors. She shares her experience living with a child with special needs.
It's been, I would say, a very challenging, and also for me it's innovative because you need to try so many things. There are so many kinds of therapies and food therapies you need to try. When he was growing up, it was like nobody seems to understand him. He was always on his own, he would withdraw. But he's now a big boy and he's doing well in his arts work. But the other experiences are not so pleasant. He still needs some attention for self-care, things that his age should do for himself, like do his shoelace, dress up himself. He still needs some attention for that.
The Executive Director of Seizure Support Foundation, Dr. Chigi Chinagorom, highlights how her foundation caters for the educational and health needs of children with special needs. She also emphasizes the importance of early intervention through diagnosis and therapies, such as speech and behavioral therapy, to help improve the ability of an autistic child to navigate the world.
So the normal, I'm using in quotes, the normal regular person might find their behavior a little bit off, but they are not abnormal. They are just people who think and act in a particular way that is different from what normal is. Children with autism, and indeed with special needs, children with special needs, they have special health challenges and they have medications. Right? So what we do in my foundation is to bridge that gap where we pay for medications or certain kinds of medical treatments that some children with special needs go through, including those with autism. But we stay focused on those from families that are not so well off or well-to-do. That's how we bridge health gaps.
The 2025 World Autism Awareness Day observance, under the theme Advancing Neurodiversity and the UN Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs), highlights the intersection between neurodiversity and global sustainability efforts. It is aimed at showcasing how inclusive policies and practices can drive positive change for autistic individuals worldwide and contribute to the achievement of the SDGs. As a mother of a child with ASD, Dr. Chinagorom shares her experience but says the biggest challenge is societal misunderstanding, with many people thinking that autism means incapability. She admonishes parents, communities, and the government at large to pay more attention to children with ASD and protect their rights.
Now, it goes to show that parents of children, in quote, who are normal, advocate for their children. They go to offices or to policymakers who they feel can influence a particular thing and ask them to influence such that they feel their child can be more comfortable without a special child around him or her. But parents of children with special needs, they don't advocate for their children. In fact, they hide away their children. They don't want to talk about it. It's kept on a hush-hush. Nobody wants to show that child that behaves in a particular way that isn't becoming. So it's difficult to even have mothers or fathers reach out to us. We are the ones reaching out to them. We are planning to form an association of parents with special needs. We have not been able to kick off that particular initiative because parents are not willing to come forward.
For Ogun Nwachukwu, a community health physician, government support is crucial, which it can do by providing access to early diagnosis, insurance policy, therapy centers, and educational support, which will help children with ASD integrate into society and reach their full potential.
Trying to inculcate this treatment and management of autism in our national health insurance. This will go a long way in reducing the burden of the treatment among parents and families.
Experts stress the need for policies promoting inclusion, specialized education, and awareness campaigns to break the stigma. The world must be reminded that autism does not define limits, but rather defines possibilities, and that from classrooms to workplaces, inclusion is the key, and that every child gets a fair chance at life. On this occasion of this year's World Autism Awareness Day, the principal message is that people should begin to see ability and not disability, and the world where every child, no matter their differences, belongs. Autism awareness should not just be for today. It is for every day and must go beyond awareness to action, knowing that it takes a collective effort to create an inclusive society where children with ASD are empowered, not excluded. Lillian Wali, Signature TV News.
Signature TV, news in your pocket.